afternoon, camp. In other words, hello, stampers and crafters. Oh my God, I'm a little rushed right now, so I can't even give you a very good hello. It is Humpback Wednesday, and I am here to share another sketch with you. So we are working on this incredible sketch. Again, this is another sketch done by my friend Robin Messenheimer, and it is a great sketch today. Remember, you can find all the measurements with this sketch on my blog, which is at ktstamps.com. And again, we are creating cards. I love Wednesday because it just gets us ready for a wonderful day. So now, let me bring in my cards. These are my two cards that we are working on today. So this one is done with just the All About Autumn bundle. So it just about has everything on from the bundle on this card. Okay, we got the very vanilla. We still have the All About Autumn Designer Series paper. And for those of you who have not gotten a chance to see this paper, oh my God, it's beautiful. I have lots of little pieces all over the place. So there's a whole bunch of different designs on the front, all over, just all about all the different fall. Isn't that beautiful? Love leather. And then when you turn it over, let me make sure. It has all these fabulous metallic type designs and on the back, and they have been so much fun to work with. Let me make sure that you're getting a chance to see all of it. This is the design that I am working with today. But oh golly, look at that. Oh, look at this to make a sweater out of. But anyway, that is one of my favorites. This is also embossed with copper embossing powder, and it just really adds a fun little element and really just kind of pops the front of our card. Then my second card is all done with different dies. So these are the autumn leaf dies. I put some of the dies on the inside. Now, both cards do not have any type of a sentiment because I have some friends who have birthdays. I have some friends that I go and see, during the fall. These can be thank you cards. I just really have not made a decision yet. And as you guys can see, I have some glitter on this card, and I'm going to show you, well, it's really spritzer, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I did it a little bit different than I have in the past. So we're going to get started right now with this card. So hopefully I'm going to put it off to the side so you guys get a chance to see everything. Now, I did tell you that this is the Designer Series paper, opposite all the pumpkins and gourds and squash and all that. This is the inside of the card. It's very vanilla with an extra piece of that paper on it. And then I have my 1 inch, okay, by 1 inch little squares that I'm going to put on this part of the designer paper. So we are going to bring in, I hope I can find it, but obviously, yes, there it is. I'm going to just bring in my, what is this called? Oh my God, wouldn't you know that I just go blank. And hello there, my dear friend, Jen. Oh, God, I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and you can even help me out. I forgot what this is called. So if you could just let me know, I'm having just a little bit of a brain fart, and I can't remember. So help me out on that one, Jen, please. Thank you for being here too. So I'm putting this just across the bottom. I am going to take some scissors and I am just going to cut up the sides so it is a nice, fresh fit. And it is called a silicone mat. Thank you. You know, I use this every time I do a video, and right now I can't remember anything. So we're just going to use our Stampin' seal and put this on the back. And then we are just going to open up our card and put this inside. Now, as I was telling you guys about this beautiful paper, you can see at the bottom that it has all these different colors. And you can take paper, which this is pretty Peacock, and match it to whatever paper you want. It will also go with some of the beautiful Moody Mauve. It'll go with some of the Cajun Craze. So it really is a true autumn color. So now our next thing we're going to do, whoops, keeping in our silicone pad, we are just going to adhere this to the front of the card. Now I made my dimensions just a little bit different than what Robin did, but you know, I think it's up to you. Oops, I need to keep this right here. I think it's up to you to just make a decision on how you really want to, how you want your card to look. So I forgot I have all these wonderful little 1-inch that I need to put on. Let me get this going the right direction. And it's just going to be like doing a jigsaw puzzle. We're just going to put this on the front. We're going to leave the middle one open and the middle one to go last. And we are just going to adhere these down. And I'm always going to start with the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to use everything in between. All right, so this is going to be just our first one. And I cut these so I could adhere them together. And so they look like they're telling a story on the side. And I'm with you, Jen. I absolutely love the Peacock. I think that it is growing on me more than I thought. And this, again, I'm just going to give it just a little bit on the side, and I'm just going to almost 1/8 of an inch at the top so everything will fit. And then all I'm doing is putting these together one by one, giving just a little space in between. And I don't, these next few, I just want to glue down the top corner, because if I did not do a very good job on those, I want to be able to move those. And again, just a little bit of your Stampin' seal. And again, on this one, I'm just going to do the bottom so I can see where I am in the middle. There we go. All right, so this one's going to come down just a little bit. And this one's going to come up just a little bit. And that's why you just do the corners, so then you can readjust them without tearing your card up. All right, and this one's going to fit right in the middle. Now, what I'm going to do with this card is bring in some of this beautiful copper and natural ribbon. And it is this ribbon, copper ribbon, is to die for. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the color. I love the way that it looks on cards. I love the way that it matches up with pretty Peacock. It's just a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. And from here, you know, the silicone mat or the silicone pad, one of the best things about this is that you can put adhesive, like this piece is, I have adhesive on the back. I made a mistake with it, and it will not leave glue on the pads, which is really nice. If you are doing any type of gluing for your liquid glue, this again is something really awesome that you can use that will keep the glue right where you have it, and you don't have to worry about whether it is all over in your stamping surface. And I don't know about you guys, but I am one that I just get stuff all over. And so I'm very aware of where my pad is. Oh, I just cannot get this to stick. There we go. So now this is all ready. From here I'm just going to bring in, and before I do that, it is not laying down very flat, so I just want to give it a nice little crease. Bring this back in and try to center it. There you go. And then I'm going to add my last piece. And this last piece will just go right over the ribbon. Oops. Sorry, I have to do a little surgery here. My ribbon is a little bit crooked. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time with ribbon that is crooked. And sometimes you just have to be a little bit of a doctor. There we go. And then that looks much better. I'm just going to turn it over, give it a nice little rub. And there we go. On the sides then, I have I'm going to go from the smallest to the largest. We have our pretty Peacock. I am putting it on very vanilla. And then the very vanilla is going on the copper clay. I love how this looks. Absolutely beautiful. This copper clay and pretty Peacock go so well together. I really enjoy how it looks. And now I am bringing in, well, I thought I was. Hold on just a minute. Oh, here they are. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. And I'm going to just put 5 dimensionals on this. I like to get them in all the corners. And then I also like to put one in the middle, so then this holds its shape in the mail. And then you just take this part off. And then we're just going to adhere this to the card itself. There we go. It is so beautiful. Absolutely love how gorgeous this looks. Then we're bringing in our Take a Pick tool. And I have some of the Brush Metallic Adhesive Back dots, and I am going to use the copper. And I am going to use all of the big ones. No little ones. I want them to really show on this card. And again, remember when you are doing these, you are trying to make little triangles. And they don't have to be in a straight line. They just have to be nice and allows your eyes just to flow. I love to put one always by the sentiment, because then that your eyes kind of travel towards the sentiment. So this is our first card. Woohoo! And we are done. Thank you so much, Jen, for telling me how cute the sides are. I love that part. I thought that was just so much fun to do. Now, one other thing that I wanted to bring in is that Stampin' Up! Has this embossing edition toolkit, and it comes with a embossing buddy, which I did before I embossed. Versamark was the ink that I used, and then I added the copper on top. And this is nice because you can just dip it in here, open up the bottom, pour it right back into this little container that it's in. And there's also a brush and a pair of tweezers that go with it. So very good deal. And it's also nice to have when you are doing any type of embossing. So now the next card we are doing is our, as soon as I find it, is our beautiful leaf card. And on this, we are using some of the Garden Green, and it is from the Garden Green and Real Red ribbon combo. And it's beautiful, getting ready, especially for Christmas. This is a great time to do so. I also embossed this with Leaf 3D embossing folder. This is something that is on the online exclusives. This is a great, I don't know if you can see, let me see, I can bring this up here so you can see. The leaves are all falling. It gives you an empty spot in case you want to emboss and have a place to write or to put some type of sentiment there, whether you raise it up or not. But this is just beautiful. It's one of my favorite embossing folders. And then we are playing with a lot of leaves. So this is one of my favorite things, and I think I'm going to have to go, oh, I've already decorated the insides. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. And on the insides, we have Garden Green, Moody Mauve, our Copper Clay, our Crushed Curry, and our Pumpkin Pie. So that's the leaves that I have on the inside. And the only couple that we are going to add is this one is Early Espresso. We have Cherry Cobbler. Love Cherry Cobbler. And this is Daffodil Delight. So everything is the, oh, you can't even see this, is the Moody Mauve and the Pumpkin Pie. This is the beautiful embossing folder, and I tried to get as much as I could because I knew, excuse me, that I would cover up the bottom and I would cover up the top. So this will run through when I am looking to create the card. All right, and I already have the sentiment ready. This is Early Espresso with Cherry Cobbler on white, and we have our Early Espresso on the or on the top as far as our ink goes. We will also be using the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves organized so we can start this. Now with this, I used glue dots on this. So I just went with one on the bottom, if I can get it off, one on a leaf, one on the top leaf, and then one on the other side. And the first thing that I thought of is that I'd like to see lots of leaves falling. So this will be our first one, and it is just falling off. And it's going to look like you have the 5 leaves just kind of falling when it has that beautiful fall weather here in the Northwest. On this cherry cobbler, I just went one on the bottom and then one on the top. And this one, I put it going sideways. This is going to sound really weird, but I went outside and we have a few of the leaves that are falling, and I watched how they fell. I just thought, God, this would just help my stamping so much, just to see how the leaves are falling through the air. And again on the bottom, and on the top, and this is falling down. I love these. And again, the exact same way that I did the early espresso, on the top leaf, on both sides, and at the bottom. And we are just bringing this down, and our last one then we will lay opposite of the cherry cobbler. Again, top and bottom. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Let me see if I can pull these up for a minute. This one just needs to go. There you go. And then laying this one down at the bottom. And those are our leaves just falling through the air. Love the way they look. I did cut, I thought I did. This I am just putting on the bottom of the sentiment. And I need to find the sentiment. Here we go. And I'm putting these on with glue dots. And with the glue dots, again, you have to make sure that you are aware of what side you have your glue dots on. And this is just a good way to put on ribbon without having to take a lot of ribbon off your roll. So now all I'm going to do is keep my ribbon on the roll, and I'm just going to make a nice little, I don't know if it's a bow, a knot, or exactly what you want to call it, but it's just going to kind of go as far as it can. Creating just a beautiful, little knot, little bow, little whatever you call it. I am using my dimensionals on the back, adding 5 again. on this. And then I am getting ready to just adhere this onto the card. And that's what I'm using my little bow for this time, but it really, I like the way that it looks with this green and all the fun fall colors. Bringing back in my card base, remembering which side is the bottom, which side is the top. I'm going to liquid glue because I do not want to lose any shape from my embossing. And I didn't put a whole bunch on. And again, I have been gluing these with the wrong end up. So I wanted to make sure that I glued them right side. And then we just have, isn't that beautiful? I just really enjoy this. And then we have some of the rhinestones we're going to put on, and I'm just using most of my rhinestones will be the medium size. And again, making a nice little triangle, getting everybody's eye to kind of flow throughout the whole thing. Last but not least, I'm trying to figure out my spritzers. So these are my spritzers with some Winkestella in it. And if you shake it like crazy, shake it, shake it, shake it, then it comes out to this color. But every single one I tried shot this long, hard line of this out. And the only one that I could find that would do a little spray is one from the mini misters. So I am going to use that today. And because I did not have any Winkestella left, except for the ones that shot in a straight line, this one already was made up. I am using, Stampin' Up! You used to sell this a while ago, and it is a frost white, and it's an all-purpose ink. And this used to be really fun to be able to add lots of little sparkles, and I used to do a lot of this with ink to kind of shine the ink. But this stuff is awesome, and I looked, it is available on Amazon, and I would suggest that if you want to go, you know, with a nice little color that will add just a little, the difference between the Winkestella and this one will come out so you can see it just a little bit more, whereas the Winkestella is a lot more subtle. So I wanted to do something where, one, it just wouldn't spray like crazy, but two is that you would get the opportunity to see something that is nice, and you can see it on the card. So all I'm going to do is get a little ways back and just spray my card. And I don't, oh yeah, you can see it just a little bit. Look at how beautiful that is. I love that. Now I think I am going to open this up and give the inside just a little bit of a sparkle. I just came to me as I was doing it. And so this is our card for today. I don't know. You can see this one. It has, these were direct line sprays that I got with my Stampin' Spritzer, and this one you can see just kind of shines all over. So that is my cards that I did today with my design. And again, I thank Robin Essenheimer so much. She is such a lovely lady for helping me out with these designs today. So these are the two cards that we put together. And I just think they are beautiful. And you guys, like I have said in the past, I am all about, if you want to case my cards, I am happy to do that. I just want you to get out there. Holiday seasons are coming, and I want you to do some stamping. So, you know, this is one of the best things for us to do right now. And this is creativity is such a stress reliever. So please jump in. I know that it has not always been easy. So let's jump in, let's support each other, let's help each other out, and let's create. So again, my name is Kevon, and I am from ktstamps.com, and I love creating cards for you. And Jennifer, if you're still on, thank you so much for joining me today. Loves and kisses. All right, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Again, remember to go to my blog to get the dimensions. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.